Ajoke stood by the door for a couple of minutes, still surprised at what she saw inside the room. How can Madame June build a tunnel inside a room? Ajoke exclaimed. This must be very, very serious. Then the bodyguard ordered Ajoke to get inside quickly as his time was running up. Ajoke, now looking more frightened, she knew this may not end well for her. She started pleading with the bodyguard. Please help me. I actually didn't do what Madame June thought I did. I just lied because I don't want to stay there alone, especially when Sandra was leaving. But the bodyguard still did not respond or utter any word. He brought out a bunch of keys from his pocket and opened a small door to the tunnel. This is now reality, said Ajoke. They started walking inside the tunnel, but Ajoke kept on pleading. But the bodyguard did not utter a word. But just as Ajoke was about to ask the bodyguard another question, the bodyguard got provoked and screamed out loud, "Keep quiet, you talk too much." Then all of a sudden, Ajoke noticed the bodyguard holding his chest, gasping for breath. Ajoke was confused. Then the bodyguard was talking to Ajoke. "I can't breathe. My chest, I feel pain." Ajoke was confused. "What do you mean you can't breathe, sir?" Then he was gasping for breath, holding his chest, struggling. All of a sudden, the bodyguard started going to the floor gradually. Ajoke stood there, was very confused, didn't know how to help. "Sir, are you okay?" Then the bodyguard became unresponsive. Ajoke was confused. Should I go back to Madame June's mansion? No, I have to continue this journey by myself. I don't even know where I'm going to. Let me just try my luck. Then Ajoke put her hand in his pocket, brought out the keys. Then she saw a walkie-talkie as well. Ajoke grabbed the walkie-talkie. She started running. When she got to the end of the tunnel, she saw 5 exits, 5 different routes to take her out of the tunnel. Ajoke became confused. Which of the exits will I take out of this place? Then she looked at the first one. When she got there, it was looking so rough. She even saw things like human remains. She also saw skeletons. Ajoke was afraid. I'm sure this is where Madame June dumps all the people that she kills. Then she peeped through the second exit. She saw people talking, a thing that looked like transaction going on. Ajoke even saw cars. She went to the third one. It was still similar. Then Ajoke just passed through the fourth, and luckily when she got to the 5th exit, she saw things like a bush path where she could escape. Ajoke managed to open the tunnel and she got outside safely. Then she passed through the bush path, a little bit rough, but she was able to come out to a roadside. Ajoke stood by the roadside for a couple of minutes. After a while, a car was passing by, and Ajoke was able to get the lift to the nearby town. When she got to a nearby town called Aguda, she quickly asked around where she could see a police station nearby. Then she was lucky to see one very fast. Then Ajoke went inside the police station and she explained everything that she knew about Madame June to them. Ajoke didn't just want to escape, but she wanted to rescue the other maids as well. This was one of the reasons she thought of going to the police. Then the police listened to her and took all her statements, and they told her she was safe now. But the only problem, she would have to direct them to Madame June's place. But Ajoke became afraid. No, I don't want to go close to that mansion anymore. I can explain or direct you people. But they insisted she would have to take them there. They further assured her she was in a safe hand, but the only problem, she would have to be the one to show them the place. They told her not to worry, everything was fine. But it was already getting late. They offered to give her a place to stay till the next day so they could take her there together with them. Ajoke, feeling so relieved, a bit happy, knowing she was safe, even though she didn't know what to do or what the future could hold for her. She was now in a guest room that the police gave to her. She was looking up to the ceiling and at the same time thanking God for everything. Then something rang in her pocket, It was a walkie-talkie that she took from the bodyguard. Ajoke brought it out, and she heard Madame June's voice, calling back all her boys, who went in search for Ajoke. The news had gotten to Madame June, and she had asked her boys to go search for her and bring her dead or alive. Then she heard Madame June talking to the boys. She told them, "Don't worry, come back home. The police have her. They just called me that Ajoke is in their custody and that they would return her to me tomorrow morning." Ajoke's heart skipped. She quickly stood up, was shocked. The police, they know Madame June? I am in trouble. So the police work with Madame June. She wondered again. Then Ajoke stood up immediately and rushed to open the door in order for her to escape. She knew she was in grave danger. But unfortunately, the police had locked her from the outside and there was no way she could escape. Her mind was racing with so much fear and thinking of what to do. She stood there, wondering, what if they come and grab me now? There is no way out for me to escape. They will have to take me back to Madame June? No way. Then her eyes just stared straight to the window. She knew that could be a way out. Ajoke looked for an object and she broke the window. She quickly jumped out of the window and gained access outside. Then she was thinking of where to go. She decided to go another direction. Ajoke ran a bit and she was lucky. She saw a nearby restaurant. Ajoke walked in. She was still very scared to let anyone know anything about her. Then she saw a man eating. She summoned courage, walked up to the man and told him she was hungry. The man looked at her in pity. "What are you doing outside this time of the day? And why are you dressed like that?" Ajoke lied that her madam chased her out of the house. Then the man bought her food. Ajoke told the man again she didn't have where to stay. The man offered, "Don't worry, I will take you home to my wife." And the man assisted Ajoke. When they got home, the man introduced Ajoke to his wife and told his wife what Ajoke had told him at the restaurant. And together, they agreed they would give her some transport for her to go back to her home the next morning. But Ajoke kind of felt some relieved, and she felt perhaps these people could be trusted. Then she opened up everything to them and told them exactly what she told the police. They felt for her story and was happy she escaped Madame June. But they weren't surprised at the police at Aguda police station. So together, they assured Ajoke they would do their best to get Madame June to book. Mr. Udok decided to consult his elder brother, who was a prominent person in the society, and the military force. Madame June was later brought to investigations. It was later discovered Madame June used these kids for trafficking of drugs, human and sex slave. She even did some ritual things at some point with these children. Everybody was shocked. The whole society didn't believe such an atrocity could come from a prominent woman as Madame June. She was arrested, tried, and jailed for life imprisonment. Then everybody applauded Ajoke for her bravery. After the girls were rescued, Ajoke later discovered Sandra was still in the house and she was also rescued. Mr. Udok decided to adopt Ajoke and Sandra, and together they became sisters and family, and they went to school. Ajoke even read law. She became an advocate for the less privileged. To God be the glory. Ajoke decided to bring more criminals who exploit innocent children, orphans, for personal gains. She persecuted them. She made sure they were brought to book and justice. And this was how Ajoke lived a life ever after, fighting for the vulnerables in the society. As usual, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more videos.